Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for all those that have subscribed to my channel. I'm so excited. I didn't think that this would actually be a thing for me because I've been avoiding it for a very long time. But I'm so grateful for all those that are constantly tuning in and checking out what I have to say and what I have to offer. I really appreciate it. So thank you so much. And so if you have not subscribed, please do so. I do try to bring as much information as possible while I'm here in Asebu, Ghana, as best as I can. Today, I'm hoping not to make it too long because I know sometimes I ramble, but I wanted to just kind of talk about some topics that I don't know if a lot of people have talked about. It doesn't matter, but I wanted to give my point of view. And the topic is in reference to your one-on-one engagement with Ghanaians. Sometimes it can be very challenging, and sometimes it can be very easy. It all depends, right? One of the things I do notice is you cannot ever be vulnerable or be anxious or have any kind of anxiety in reference to your situation or be eager about your situation. They feed off of that energy, and it can backfire on you. It can be very costly at times. So you just have to be mindful when you come. You know, we talk about buying land. There's nothing wrong with that. That's an exciting and it's such a rewarding feeling, especially for me when I first purchased my plots. I thought, my God, I never thought I'd be buying or purchasing plots in Africa. That is so far-fetched for me. Like, I never thought I'd be here living. And so I've been here for almost 3 years now, or a little bit over 3 years. And it's not so bad, it's not so great. It's in between. There's a gray area, right? So we give and take. But as I said, there's a bartering system here, and most of the time you can barter your way through the process and it works, right? Most of the time. It all depends on what it is. But if you're on the street, walking around, there's tons of vendors, tons and tons of vendors. Because believe it or not, I feel like entrepreneurship is across the board here in Ghana, full-fledged. They start very young, from 10, 12, all the way up. They're on the street, they're working, hustling. It's hard work, but they're doing it. And so be mindful of that. Sometimes in Accra, I used to laugh when I go to Accra because I feel like you can buy almost everything off the street. The only thing left is a bed. You can buy sheets, pillows, blanket, whatever. I've seen tons of stuff. So it's so interesting. But anyway, so there's always someone selling something. And you can barter that, right? So, but one of the things there is also, they know that you are from the West or you're not from Ghana. And therefore, sometimes the price escalates. Sometimes it's 3 times the amount that it actually should be. The street cost. They would charge you 3 times the amount because they think you don't know. So I'm here to explain to you that if you're coming, keep that in mind, because that's part of the makeup of the system. It's one of their standards, so keep that in mind. So yes, so one of the most intriguing and frustrating, can be frustrating, I'm going to use those terminologies, frustrating, aggravating, exhausting, is dealing one-on-one with certain people, because they look at us as if we come with a backpack. They don't understand our plight. I'm gonna say that they don't understand our plight. The only thing they see and they understand is that we have money, they need money, and they're gonna do whatever they can to get it. So when I say whatever they can, they're not gonna be like certain countries where they hold you up and pin you in a corner. I'm not saying that doesn't happen here. I don't know. But be mindful. I won't expand too much on that, but just be mindful of that. There's a lot of things that you can get here in Ghana now that you typically would not have been able to get before, but mostly from Accra. You can go to, especially when it comes down to food, food items, produce, canned goods, stuff like that. All that stuff is in Accra, and that's it's just a trip. You take a trip, you have a vehicle, you don't have a vehicle, take a bus, whatever. You come back with the stuff that you want. You know, you find different ways to go around, get around. There's a Trotro, which is a little bit less expensive. Then they have the AC Ford van, which is a flat rate, and it's comfortable ride into Accra and back, to and from Accra and back. They also have the coach, which I've never tried actually. The big 30 passenger coaches. They have some big red ones here. I've never tried, never actually cared to try. I don't know. Maybe I will one day, but never got around to it. So that's there. And then there's a taxi. You can do get a taxi to take you directly to Accra. That's your personal preference. It's expensive. Prices have gone up tremendously. I remember when I first started, it was like 500. 500. Was it 4 or 500? I can't even remember now. It's been so long. Now it's up to anywhere between 6 to 1,000, depending on the driver, from Asebu to Accra. So those are some options. If you're coming and you want to bring all your stuff, you should be able to. You should think about bringing as much as you can, especially if you're planning on living here permanently. So that's something too. A lot of people say, I just sell everything and I start fresh. That's an option. That's up to you. It's up to you if that's your option. If you want to savor some of your things, what I did, I didn't know what I was going to do. So I ended up selling, giving away a lot of my things because I was living in a 3-bedroom townhouse. And so it was fully stacked with everything that I needed for me. And so when I decided to move, I got rid of most of everything because I didn't think I was going to be able to bring it here and be able to. I don't know what I thought. I just didn't think about it. But when I got here and as I'm moving around, I kept saying to myself, man, I could have kept all my stuff. I could have really kept all my stuff. It would have been so ideal because then I wouldn't have to spend any money buying stuff I didn't need. Because the money that I spend buying stuff, trying to get myself back into a certain, comfort level, I could have saved that and just spent that on a trailer and shipped my stuff down to me. So that made me, sorry about that, my reaction. You know, when you get comfortable, you just be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Forgot I'm doing a video. Anyway, so that made me kind of, it's such a iffy situation. It's a very tricky situation, right? You can come with all your stuff, find yourself a place, bring your stuff, and then you'll be fine. Don't bring any of your things. Sell everything, get rid of everything, come with your money. Once you settle, then you just buy stuff and you'll be fine. So those are your options. It all depends. Don't let it be too much of a weight for you. Don't put any stress on yourself. Don't do none of that. It's not worth it. Just know that those are your options. People have done it for years and years and years. I've read stories where people travel from the US to the continent, from the continent back to the with their stuff. So it's all up to you and what you want, but don't make it be like a burden. Make it easy for yourself. What I did sell most of my stuff, but then I had left like out of 100, I sold 75%, kept 25%. Later on, I brought that 25% here, so it kind of made me feel a little bit better about myself, about me making that decision. But as far as furniture and everything, I wish I had kept my furniture because it's ideal and it would have worked well for me. I wouldn't have to worry about, oh my God, where am I going to get a side table? That sort of thing. It's just too much. You can have a lot of stuff made here, which is easy. And then again, it can be hard. So again, that one-on-one interaction with certain people, you have to be mindful. right? Because like I said, they will yes you to death, and then you ask for a box and you get a rectangle, or you ask for a box and you get a triangle, and they still expect you to pay for it. That's something to keep in mind. Um, what we're trying to do, those that are here, let me just say this: when you come, try to get in touch with people that have been here, because 9 times out of 10 they know somebody that knows somebody that can help you to get to the right person to get the things that you need to get done. So don't be shy about that. Don't be bashful. Don't be, everybody wants to be adventurous and do their own thing and not mix and mingle. That's perfectly fine. But keep in mind that it can be very helpful for you to interact with other people so you can learn about who are the right people to deal with moving forward, or who's the wrong people to deal with moving forward. Like if you come here and ask me, Audrey, do you know a carpenter? And I'll say, yeah, I know about 3 carpenters, but I wouldn't recommend not any of them because my experience with them have not been very favorable. You know what I'm saying? That's an example. And so keep that in mind and always think about, okay, I don't need to conquer the world by myself. I can ask and get information from people who've been here. So reach out to people, whomever it is. Just ask the question. Reach out to people so you can get insight on certain things. What else? Your car. I wish I had brought my car. The problem why I didn't bring my car is because I didn't think I was going to be in Ghana. I think I was going to Gambia. And at the time, they were charging an extensive amount of money to ship. I don't remember why I didn't want to bring my car. Anyway, if I had known that my car was pretty fairly new. I had just finished paying off the car. 5 years old. Still in tip-top shape. It was an SUV, Toyota SUV, so it was perfect for this terrain, especially driving around here. It was a 4-wheel drive, so it would have been perfect. All I would have had to do was to get some 4-wheel tires, so when I come, I can be able to manage easily. So that's something I wish I had thought about doing beforehand, but it's in good hands now. I sold it to my daughter, so it's in perfect hands. So now I'm walking, catching the bus, doing everything, and that's okay too. So yeah, your car. I know recently Ghana made some changes to the age or what year car you can ship to Ghana, and actually it makes sense. I mean, why would you want to ship a 19 something car when it's 2023? So that's something that you need to think about. You got a nice vehicle, a truck, a sports vehicle, bring it. It'll save you from running around trying to figure out where you're gonna get a car. You can get cars here. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of dealership here. But if you have a good running vehicle, why get rid of it? And if you're gonna bring a container, put it on the container. You can get depending on the amount of stuff you have, you can pack that container with a car and your household items and still be good. So something to think about. What else? I think that's it for right now. Like I said, I think for me, the one-on-one interaction with people gets me. Because I always wonder why do they think the way they think, and why do you think, I'm always asking, why do you think I have money? Do you know how I made my money? Do you care? And most of the time they don't care. They just want the money. They live for today. Most of the local people live for today. So they don't focus about yesterday and focus about tomorrow. They focus about today. And if today means I get a couple hundred CDs out of you, that's what I do. Another thing, whenever you have somebody doing something for you, do not pay them right away. If they want a down payment, you give them the smallest portion you can give them to get started. A lot of times they'll take your money and run. You won't see them, hear from them again. You can't reach them on the phone, they won't respond. My eye is itching, I don't know why. They won't respond. So those are the things. There's some people that will respond to you right away. They try to be diligent. But I think another thing I noticed, their temperament when it comes down to keeping a job for a long time, I I question that because there's some people that have hired people and we're hoping to keep them on for an extensive period of time as they continue to grow and build here in Ghana, and then somehow, some way, the person that they hired decide to do something crazy, and it always has something to do with money and construction items. Like eh, another thing, secure your stuff. When you come, secure your stuff. Sometimes some of these things have legs, and you need to chop the legs off. Like you clip the wings of birds when you first get them. You clip the wings so they don't fly away. You need to clip the wings of certain items, certain personal items, so they don't fly away. Do you need to look over your shoulder? No. Do you need to be worried about, depends on where you are really. Do you need to be worried about somebody trying to break into your house at night? It depends on where you are. I mean, let's be real. Ghana is not immune to theft, robbery, stealing, that sort of thing. That's everywhere. I think that's global. I think. Don't come for me, y'all. So just keep in mind those little tidbits. If you want to know more, sorry guys, I can talk about more stuff, but I think those are the main issues. And those issues can bring out the worst in you. But you got to be cool. And when you think about it, there's no accountability here. There is and there isn't. So don't get your panties in a bunch. Hopefully you won't get taken in too deep. As I said, you need to use your cautions. Make sure you get references, reputable references. Not oh, he knows me. No, I don't even, I don't care if he knows you. I don't know you. How are you going to prove to me that you're genuine, that sort of thing. Sorry guys. So keep that in mind. That's important for you to find the right people to work with. And so ask questions to those that you see here, that are here before you come, because it's so easy to get taken in. And even those, like I said, that have personal assistants that are Ghanaians, sometimes it just go awry. I don't know what kind of negative energy they pick up in between the relationship, but it goes awry. And those of you that are single, don't come here ready to run around and jump in every hole or take on every man or whatever. Take your precautions, because they're looking for a come up too. Make sure you do your due diligence, do your checking around, see what the person is like before you dive in. A lot of people come here, dive in head first. It doesn't work out. They're only looking for visa, or they're only looking to go to the West, or they're hoping that you would take them to the West with them. Be mindful. Be mindful. The West have sold them a bag of tricks. So, and they're going to use it on you. So be mindful of that. What else? Why am I here? Oh my God, let me tell you. There's a sense of serenity and peace. And it's crazy. And I don't have my house built yet. I don't have a lot of things that I typically would have in order for me to function on a day-to-day basis, but it's nice. It's not bad. It's not bad. And for those that have completed their house and are living in their house, they are very happy. Very, very happy. I mean, once they get through the traumatic experience of the beginning of building, halfway through the building is chaos, is this, is that. Oh my God, he stole my cement. Things happen. But once it's done, it is such a beautiful thing. And I've seen that from a lot of people. So just make sure you get with the right people. That's going to give you point you in the right direction for you to get what you need to get done in a timely manner or the best way possible. So that's all I got for you right now, guys. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I don't have a problem answering questions. If I don't have the answer, I will check with a couple of my friends that have been here longer than me that will provide more details or more information, more feedback, their perspective on the topic. So, anyway, yeah. Again, I'm here. I don't know what's wrong with my eye. Like I have something in my eye. I'm probably just tired, sleepy. Anyway, yeah, my problems, eh? Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for reaching out. There's a lot of land here for sale. If you're interested, let me know. I do provide a service in helping those that are not around to obtain land, and I can walk you through the process. I do everything. I make sure that you get all your documents. If you want your documents sent to you, I can do that. DHL is very big here in Ghana, but I know that you can send by United States Postal Service. I have to look into that. But DHL, the last time I checked the list of the rates for DHL to send to United States, it didn't seem like it was as bad as it is vice versa. I know when I was in the States and I wanted to send something to Jamaica, it was expensive. Send something from the States to Ghana is expensive. But from here to there, I thought the price was actually pretty good. But I can look into that. It all depends on what you want. And whichever best way that I feel is economically feasible to make sure I get you your documents, I will do that. So, yeah. Keep that in mind. And yeah, reach out to me, guys, if you have any questions, any doubts, any myths, anything. Call me. I'm on WhatsApp. Thanks again for tuning in, and I appreciate your time. And talk to you guys soon. Have a nice day, evening, night, whenever you get a chance to see this video. Bye.